Hi, everybody. This is Toby Brand with Fuel Your Faith, and this is podcast number 11. And I'm going to be talking about 3 reasons you stay stuck in a job that you hate instead of pursuing your dream. And I've really been thinking about this a lot lately, and in the morning when I get up and journal and read and write, I've really been thinking about this, and I've been connecting with a lot of people because of traveling and, working from coffee shops and just being out and about. And so I just want to ask you a question. Are you doing work that you love? Are you doing work that you love? And if not, what's stopping you? Like, really, what is stopping you from pursuing your dream? And you may not even know what your dream is, and that might be part of the problem. But if you're like the majority of people that I usually come in contact with, because I talk to a lot of people, you're probably just doing work that pays your bills, but you don't have the passion for. So, I hear that a lot with people when I'm out talking to them. And, when I ask them what they do for a living, and I start asking them questions, and it's, well, it pays the bills. And that's fine. But, it's just really disheartening to hear with people that this life we're living is not meant just to be paying the bills. So even if you're working in the field, even if you're working in the field of your college major, you've more than likely changed and gained, more life experiences and new interests, and are not the same person you were when you chose your career path. I know I'm not. And that's okay. And far more common than you may imagine. In fact, most people are unsatisfied with their jobs. They really are. And, according to a lot of things I've been reading, there are twice as many people who dislike their jobs as there are people who love their jobs. A matter of fact, only like 13% from what I've been reading of all the people studied are happy with their jobs. And 63% are not even engaged in their work and simply go through the motions day in and day out. And I just don't believe I just believe that is not the way to exist and experience this lifetime. And there are from the other things I've been reading, there are like 24% of people who actually hate their jobs, like hate it. But they get up every single day and pursue that hate. These studies are, I think they're pretty alarming, but they're true. So, why are people resigned to stay unhappy in a job they hate instead of doing work that feeds them and that they are passionate about? Really? It boils down to like 3 things that I've been reading about and writing about and thinking about. And so, one of them's fear, the 4-letter word that has so many people living a mediocre, passionless life. Fear can be all-encompassing. I know, I've been there, especially when it means change is involved. So, excuse me, what are we so afraid of? What are people so afraid of? And, what I'm learning is it's the fear of failure. I've had that before. I've had fear of failure. I don't now, because I know failure is so a part of the process that I welcome failure daily. And I'm okay with it. So this is what the fear of failure, this is what I call the what if fear. Like, what if I try and do something I am passionate about and fail? What will people think? What will it say about me? What if I don't make any money? What if I go bankrupt? What if I lose my house and end up on the street? We are so afraid to step out because we are so worried about failing. I mean, it's so obvious. The more I've learned about failure, it's so obvious when I'm talking to people, even when they try to disguise it or, over talk it. I mean, I just really respect people who admit their fears. I mean, there's no way to really overcome them unless you talk about them. So, it's been said that, especially from what I've been reading the book Think and Grow Rich, and some other books that are really cool and amazing for mindset. But it's been said that Edison failed 1,000 times before he succeeded in creating the light bulb. Had he been afraid of failure, we may still be living in dark, right? I mean, but this man kept going. I just love the book Think and Grow Rich. I love these stories, and I've read it several times, but now I'm really, really appreciating, respecting the book at this point in my life. Success, it's never guaranteed, but failure is certain if we fail to try. I really believe that. Fear of success, at first thought, this may seem illogical because isn't success all we want? Because I've heard that before, and people say, oh, you're just, you're afraid of success. And I'm thinking, oh, hell no. I mean, I desire success, but, sometimes fears are so unconscious. So the answer is no. Many people hold this deep, very deep-seated fear they fear that if they are successful, they can no longer be the same person they are today, and that will have to change, or deep down they don't feel worthy of success. Some feel that if they do achieve success, they may be unable to maintain it. So there's no use in trying. And there are those who think being successful will take up too much time and energy. Now, here's something to really consider. Seriously, isn't doing work you don't like already taking up massive amounts of your precious time and energy? Seriously, I mean, the fear of the unknown, the comfort zone, of ours can be quite a motivator to stay where we are. But when we live in that space, we will not expand. We don't expand. We will not grow. We will not learn. We will not experience all that life has to offer. And this is living a life of muted mediocrity, okay? Mediocrity scares the hell out of me, and that's why I'm constantly confronting things, confronting people, confronting myself, and just being brutally raw and real. I think that's just a place to be, and who wants to live in mediocrity? Who wants to live like that? In the past, different types of work that I've done, and along the way, it's, I didn't really realize the mediocrity that I was settling for. And, but you just have to look at things, and you have to get out of your comfort zone. I was reading, when I was taking care of somebody I loved when they were dying, I was going on these hospice blogs and reading certain things, and people experienced in their final days and weeks found that one of the top regrets expressed in dying patients was that they wished that they had not been so afraid of taking risks along the way. And realizing that they could have lived fuller lives if they had not lived so cautiously and played it safe. I mean, who wants to get to the end of their life with regrets of not having lived to their fullest? Doing just one little thing each day to move out of your comfort zone can really, I really believe it can expand the comfort zone dramatically and make the unknown less scary. The more I'm getting out of my comfort zone, the less scarier things are getting, and they are. So I really encourage you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And number 2 that keeps people stuck in a job they hate instead of pursuing their dream, I really believe is just lack of clarity. This can keep people stuck for so many years. It can keep them stuck for a very long time. And I see it with people. I really do. If you really are waiting to wake up one day knowing exactly what you want to be when you grow up, you could be waiting forever. And that's not a place to be. Please, 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 please do not wait for clarity to just show up, because it won't. Clarity, I believe, when you get really clear, clarity comes from within, and each of us is responsible for creating our own. There are many, there are many exercises that I've used and techniques that can really help you, that have helped me get clear, that can help you get clear, but you have to be engaged and do the work required to successfully really achieve that clarity. And it may also take exploring different options in life, really, to see what fits for you. You may even fail a few times, there's been times where I thought I was clear on things and I wasn't, but you may fail a few times, but it will bring you that much closer to, figuring out what work you would love. And so, in essence, clarity and getting clear on things, guys, is a inside job. It really is. No one can do it for you, not a soul. Number 3, the third reason for you staying stuck in a job and work that you hate instead of pursuing your dream is not knowing how to make it happen. That's number 3. And so what I'd like to say is, suppose you know what you would love to do, but you just can't figure it out. You can't figure out how to make it happen. The first step is just to set that intention that no matter what, you will make it happen. No matter right now, if you get clear on what you desire to do and your dream, you've got to learn how to develop that faith that you know that it's going to happen until you figure out how to make it happen. The first step is just to set that intention, no matter what. Just intention. Live intentionally and deliberately that you will make it happen. Once you do this, I really believe there's something inside you that really wakes up. You have an awakening. And no matter what anybody says, no matter what you see, hear, you're going to make it happen. It will happen. Once you do this, you have already done half the work. I really believe that. Your unwavering decision to find a way will begin to overshadow any doubts you have. I truly, truly believe that. And when you set the intention to do the work you love, the right people